I feel like sometimes people are being way too considerate that it works against them. And this is how you know. First is you feel like people abuse your forgiveness. Have you ever had the situation where people just keep borrowing stuff from you without permission and then they just expect you to forgive them? Or they keep repeatedly canceling plans on you because they know you'll take it. Yeah, these people, they aren't looking for forgiveness. You're being too soft. Whenever people can do things without punishment, they'll do it. I'm pretty sure you've seen the videos where people in broad daylight walk into an Apple store, robbed everything, and just walked out because they know they won't get punished for it. And this is the same with you. If they know that you are just going to forgive them no matter what they did, and that's it, that's how you know that you're being too considerate. If you're looking to become a man that knows their way around the world, hit that subscribe button. Next, you're always the one that's accommodating other people. If you're always the one that's covering shifts for other people at work, the one that's driving people around and just listening to people vent, but somehow they are not including you in their social circle, they're taking advantage of you. Friends, they definitely help each other out, but when things gets kind of lopsided, that's when it becomes a problem. Being accommodating and considerate is a great trait, but when you don't have boundaries, people will exploit you. And I'm pretty sure all of us can tell the difference between someone that's genuinely appreciative of the efforts that you're given versus someone that just takes you for granted. Learn to separate those differences. Next, you always end up doing everything. In team projects, they pile everything onto you. In social events, you do all the planning. And the worst part of this is that they expect you to do it. Like, this isn't going to sound nice, and I don't like saying this, but you have pretty much become a servant to them. Because why can't they just do things themselves and share the responsibility? They have hands and a brain, they can do things themselves. But you're the one that's doing it for them because it's convenient for them. Help others, but understand that there is a difference between someone that really needs help versus someone that's just trying to use you. Next, somehow you always feel guilty. If you're feeling guilty for asking other people for help because you feel like you should know how to do it, or feel bad for turning down other people's group plans, or being someone's therapist for like the 5th time, honestly, you shouldn't feel that way. There are times when you shouldn't feel like you are doing something wrong for wanting to draw a line and have some space for yourself. And then one of the biggest signs that you have poor boundaries and that other people are probably really pushing it is that you're feeling way too guilty way too often and other people might be gaslighting you. Last is you're afraid to speak up. In any conversation, when you stay quiet, you're kind of passively letting other people take control. You're not being neutral, you're actually weakening yourself. If someone says something that was offensive or overstepped a boundary, you can't just say nothing. Or else people don't even know that you had a boundary. By default, you're being soft not because you agree with other people, but because that you're so afraid to speak up that even if you had a different opinion, that you can't do anything about it. And this is how you feel overlooked, insignificant, and eventually invisible to everyone. So this means sometimes you really just have to be like, you know what, I don't care, I'm just gonna say what I want. Because you know the best thing that you can do for yourself is learn to speak up for yourself. Because no one else is gonna do it. That's the best thing for you. Let me know in the comments, do you have any problems with any of these things I just talked about? And I'll see you in my next video.